Okay, guys. So you guys know how would I say? You guys know how when you're on Twitter, on your app, and then you go to your messages, whereby you are still on the message tab, but you can toggle between different users to chat with them, have a conversation with them without the message tab not going off and on. So that is basically nested routing. That was what they used to achieve that. So today I'll be also showing you guys how you guys could also achieve that in your project, not just on a chat app, but kind of like an admin dashboard, whereby you have an admin page and you have different tabs on the left, whereby you can toggle between dashboard, profile page, and all the rest without losing that dashboard page. So now basically, when you go to this our admin page, you just see a dashboard written here. So what we are going to do now is inside this admin folder here, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you go to the admin dashboard here, you can see other files like dashboard page, posts, and sidebar, user. So now on the admin dashboard, we are going to add a couple of links here. So /admin/users. Repeat the same thing again for the posts. So now, go back to the admin page, you can now see the user. Well, if you click it, nothing happens. It just takes us back to the home page. So, but what we want is when we're on this admin page and click on user or post, we want a situation whereby this admin dashboard message is still retained, and then these links are still retained, but different information are being displayed, just as we did on the product page, whereby when we click on products, it takes us to product detail. But this time, we don't want the link to be off, but we also want to see the links and also see each individual information. So what we'll do is, in a React application, this part is kind of a required prop on a route. And again, if without setting a validation on it, I will call it validation, and you now navigate on things like admin/users, it won't render because it's telling you that there's nothing like that exists here. Nothing basically exists here. You can see our redirect is working, this one. But mind you, you don't need to have these two things the same time on your project. You either you choose this one or you choose this one, because basically both of them just works the same thing. So now, in order for us to allow our admin page to navigate to admin/users, what we need to do is just add another / and asterisk. This is basically telling this route that whenever I see an admin and you see another thing, another part after it, allow it to run. Guys, give it access. Don't navigate back to the home page. Just give it access. So now, if you go back to this admin page now, you click on users, you can see the links are no longer going off. The links are no longer going off. But now we are not seeing the informations of each. If you go to the post now, you see admin posts. You go to users, you see admin users. We are not seeing those information displays. So how are we going to achieve that? We basically have to do what? Now restructure this, our admin dashboard. Now, instead of this link to be here, we'll cut it off and import our sidebar component, which is already created. Then we import the sidebar here. Then inside the sidebar, we'll now paste the link. It's already here, but then you now have to drop it here. Now, if you go over here, you can still see our link now. It's still working. It's still doing the same thing it's doing before. So now, this nested route, there are two processes you can actually achieve it. First, the first step is you can actually implement the route here, or you can do it still on your app.js. So I'll show you guys the first step. So what we'll basically do now is import our routes from React router DOM and our routes. So now here, we first of all wrap our routes with our routes. If not, our routes will not work. So we now write our routes. So now we now set the path and the elements. So here now, we are going to import our users component and our posts component. So here now, we now say admin, no, just say slash users. Then here we now write our users component. The same thing for the post. But now you can see we're already on the admin page, like we are on the admin level of this project. We go back to our app now, we see that it's admin slash the next part, which is users and post. So if we go here now, we click users, sorry, not double S, it's one S, sorry. Okay, we click users, you can see it, it's changing. But there are times whereby you still see people do slash admin. Now on this our project, this won't work. If I click on users, nothing happens because we are on the admin level. But assuming we are importing another component here, and then that component is what is like now, let's say inside this our sidebar is where we are doing this route. Now we will do something like this and it will work. But since we are on the admin level, all we just need to do is just add a forward slash and the next part we want to go to. So now this is the first way we can achieve our nested route. But if you want your code to be neat and clean, Instead of doing this here, you can just move it out. Go to your app.js instead. I think you paste. Okay, now I think, how do I think I missed something. Let me just check it out. Let me check it out. Check what I missed out. Okay, it's the same thing. I didn't miss anything. Now what we need to do is here, we import our users from slash components admin users. The same thing with our post. Okay, and having a duplicate name here because this already exists here, though they are on a different component folder. This one you can just say component slash post, but this one is a component slash admin. But React now is pointing at this because both of them have the same name. So I'll just comment out the first one, which I've already looked at before, since we are no longer working with that. Now, then on the admin, all we just need to add here is import outlet. Let me see how it's been spelled. Okay, outlet from React Router DOM. And just paste it there. Okay, I want to do that part users listed on that part admin will not evaluate and actually charge your department starts with the combination part of all its parent routes. Okay, so that means on this level we don't need to have this. I guess yes, you don't need to have it. Okay, there's no it. So what is error? So guys, I haven't tried this actually, but we are all going to look at it together to see why we are having this error. Okay, let's choose what routes pass message. Okay. I think I've seen where I'm going wrong and this. Yeah, So now you can see this is the second step you can actually use to achieve a nested route application in your project. So that is all for nested routing on the React application. So at this point, we have been able to cover up everything that has to do with routes and all you need to understand as well. But there are still more there that you guys need to still check out. Things like passing a prop on a link, like this link you are seeing here. Here's my navbar. This link you are seeing here, it also have its own props that it takes depending on what you want to achieve. So you can read up and then see how you can achieve that depending on the project and what exactly you want to. Yes, I'm going to push this code to GitHub, and I'm going to drop the link so that everyone will have access to it, so that on your own you can at least go through it and see what we have done so far. Yes, so this is all we need to know about React Router. Like I said before, our next focus now will be how to authenticate our project using Firebase authentication. You see how you go to some website or some apps on your phone, you see where they say login with GitHub, login with Google, and all the rest, login with your Twitter account and so on. So that is the next thing you are going to be looking at in the next class, is how to authenticate our React application. So for routing, I think at this point, we are done for it. Thank you so much. If there is any question, feel free to ask. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can aspect more? In what area in particular do you want me to revise? Lookman. What area did you not understand, so I can just explain much further? Your voice is breaking and I can barely hear you. Your voice is breaking. I can barely hear you. Maybe if you can drop a message on the chat, I will read it and just explain, because I can barely hear you. Your voice is breaking. Or is there someone else that is hearing him? Mr. Frank, did you get his question? Frank. Frank. Okay. I thought it was only me that didn't hear. So just drop your message on the chat, Mr. Lukman. Does anyone else have any question?
Hello, people. Sorry,
I had to go check something. I heard you calling me.
Yeah, I was asking you if you heard Mr. Luxman question.
Okay, no, I didn't hear his question very well. Let me rephrase it again.
Okay, I think I've seen this question. You said, how were you able to stay on the admin page as you click on the user and post? Okay. So now this is what, like I said, there are two approach I took. First was actually adding the routes here on this admin dashboard page. Second approach was keeping all my routes on a particular file, which is the app.js. So how I was able to stay on this admin page, just as you've seen, and navigating all this without nothing changing and all the rest, was because if you look on the app here, let me just space it out and let it be in the zone. If you look at this route that has the path that leads to admin, it had other children routes like users and posts. This is it. So what is basically telling is when you route to the path admin, check the next path that follows. If it's users, render this component. If it's posts, render this component. Then on the admin dashboard, I imported our sidebar, which has our li tags, the link tags that navigate between those pages. Just like when we have our, just like on the app.js now, we have our navbar here that has this, and this. That is the same way I created a sidebar that also have those links that lead to this part. So now I imported it here to tell that this li tags, this link belongs to the admin dashboard. Just like when we go to our project or any website or Facebook or wherever, you see that once we log into the app, we can navigate different tabs. You see those buttons at the top. You can click on it and different screens appear, but those buttons doesn't disappear. They are always there for you to toggle it. That is basically what this sidebar is doing. These links are always there for us to toggle. But now what is just changing is what? The information being displayed. If you are on the user, it's displayed admin user. If one is on the post, admin user. And what is doing that is this applet here. Applet is a React component that renders a parent-child element inside the child. The definition might not be really correct, just as React have explained, but basically that is just what it's doing. For the Angular perspective, we don't call it applet. What we call it is a router applet on an Angular. If this was an Angular project, every other JavaScript framework has their own specific name. So this is what displaying these informations that you are seeing here. So, Mr. Lukman, was I able to answer your question? Oh, your network is bad. Okay, maybe Wendy. Okay, you heard me. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. So, any other question? But I think I will just have to drop this link here for you guys on the Slack channel so that you guys can actually read more and understand much better. If you still have any question, you guys can still always reach back to me, and I'm always open to explain anything you guys find confusing and didn't understand. So any other question? So I think that will be the end for the session. Mr. Ike, but you guys shouldn't go. After this class, I have some things I will need to address. So, but for the reaffirmating, we are done. Mr. Ike, is he on this call? Frank, someone hearing me at all?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Frank,
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, please, can you tell Mr. Ike that we are done for the class so that he can stop the
All right. All right.
So guys, the thing I want to address is I went through your assignments you guys submitted on the air table, and I noticed some couple of things which were not pretty. It wasn't cool, like being a React developer. At least for you guys to get to this stage, you guys should have learned it, because when I looked at your oh, I'm still live. I think we'll just have to trim this part out. It's not here yet. So are we going to wait for him, or I should just continue? So you guys should suggest, or should we reschedule our own meeting so that I can address this?
Can you end the call and we'll join back again? Will it work that way? Will the recording stop that way?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But Frank have left the meeting. So I think he's trying to get his attention. So let's just wait like 5 to 6 minutes if he's going to. Okay, that's cool. Please do so. Just send him a message. Thank you if he's online.